Good evening. Bakersfield police will be ramping up patrols this weekend in honor of St. Patrick's Day, but lawmakers are taking measures to crack down on drunk driving by lowering the acceptable limit of alcohol for drivers.
23 ABC's Tori Cooper spoke to a local DUI attorney, and Bakersfield police joins us in studio now with more on this proposal that could be coming soon. Tori?
Tim and Jessica, Assembly Bill 1713 is aiming to prohibit anyone in the state from driving a vehicle who has a .05 blood alcohol level or higher. BPD says they are in favor of doing anything that will deter drunk drivers, but one local attorney says this bill is targeting responsible drinkers.
It's a way many people celebrate a holiday like St. Patrick's Day.
A lot of drinking, a lot of craziness, a lot of people having fun too.
Even though it's a night of fun, the last thing you want is for your night to end the wrong way. In an effort to decrease the amount of drunk drivers on the road, last month, California Democrat Assemblywoman Autumn Burke and Republican Heath Flora introduced Assembly Bill 1713, which would lower the current legal blood alcohol level of .08 to .05. A move BPD supports.
I believe it's a positive thing. It's a good thing to going forward, lowering that blood alcohol level. You can still show signs of impairment at a .08. Lowering that level even further would hopefully deter people from even drinking at all and driving.
According to BPD Public Information Officer Nathan McCulley, last St. Patrick's Day, 14 people were arrested for suspicion of a DUI in Bakersfield. CHP says 131 people were injured in DUI-related collisions across the state, and a total of 258 people were arrested for a DUI. McCulley says if the new bill passes, they will likely see an increase in DUIs in Bakersfield and a stronger ability for the district attorney's office to prosecute alcohol-impaired drivers.
There's a chance that there might be an increased number of DUIs. There might be an increased task on the jail is processing DUIs. There might be an increased caseload for the Kern County District Attorney's Office.
The local attorney Richard Middlebrook, who defends people charged with driving under the influence, says the bill is targeting the responsible drinkers and the industry as a whole.
You're going to put a great deal of food and beverage industries completely out of business. Who's going to go to a restaurant and chance a glass of wine if that's the one that's going to put you over the edge? You're basically targeting responsible, very low-level drinkers, people who are having a glass of wine with dinner.
According to this chart from the Department of Motor Vehicles, if you are a man and you weigh 180 pounds and you drink 3 12-ounce beers, you would have to wait 2 hours before you can legally drive, bringing your blood alcohol level to .07. But the new law would require you to wait 4 hours before getting in your car before you can drive at .04. If you are a 140-pound woman and you have 3 5-ounce glasses of wine, you would have to wait around 4.5 hours before you can legally drive. But the new law would require you to wait more than 6 hours. But Middlebrook says regardless of how much is in your system this St. Patrick's Day, if you are showing signs of impairment on the road, you are still subject to a DUI.
We already have laws for all of that. Irresponsible driving is irresponsible driving. We already have a law in effect that takes care of these issues. If you're driving and you're under the influence of alcohol and it's affecting your ability to drive, you're subject to a DUI arrest anyway.
Now, this bill is going through the legislative process and could be approved soon. But another reminder, BPD says there will also be a DUI checkpoint at an undisclosed location within the city starting tomorrow night at 6 until 2 a.m. Sunday morning as authorities step up patrols this St. Patrick's Day weekend. Live in studio, I'm Tori Cooper for 23 ABC News.